screen. I'm having video problems. Huh? There we go. How about that? There we go. Haha. Hey, Jeff. DJ. I don't have my headset on, so hold on. I can't hear anything. Okay.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, you're loud.
How's it going, everybody?
Oh, Ed.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Just, well, maybe.
Hey, you're in orbit.
Yeah, huh? Isn't that cool?
You're far out.
I had a different one that I liked better. I got too many things going on here. But I thought DJ was going to use that one.
Which one?
The one with the palm trees.
Yeah, I probably won't use none of them.
Oh, Sam wants in. How do I tell it I want to let everybody in? Sam, you're a little blurry.
It's because I'm drunk and disorderly.
Yeah, that's better actually. At least we can
Let
see
me,
your blurriness now.
Let me fix it. See if I can work it. Fix
Okay.
this.
No sweat. I think everything's going.
Let me,
Still a little blurry, Sam.
He's real blurry. It's like his lens is covered with Vaseline or something.
Tape like Bill's was.
Yeah. Might be smaller. Where's he live? Banning, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's North Banning.
No, there you go.
Is that
Yeah.
better?
It's not Baja Banning like you guys.
Yeah.
I have the northern lights behind me.
Oh, there you are. Where do you find a nose at?
If you look under your video, I don't know, maybe yours doesn't have it. If you look under video, there's choose visual background, virtual background, and then you select the right one. Seems to work great. It was working this afternoon when I had light behind me, which is really amazing. There, I'm in San Francisco.
Would that be? Would that be in reaction?
It's down. I don't know. On my screen, it's down there, the bottom on the left, where it says "Stop Video." There's a
Yeah.
little button, the up button next to it.
Yeah.
Then choose visual background, virtual background, choose virtual background.
Okay, I'm on the wrong little
I
button.
could read. Not the mute one, but the other one.
Video settings, integrated webcam, choose virtual background.
There you go.
Ah, I have none.
You don't have any in there, huh? I think you can add them. You have to add them. Hit the little plus button next to it.
Add image.
I wonder what they got more. Maybe
There you
I
go.
put my own image in there.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
you can
It's
add
in
your own
my.
image.
Hang on here.
Yeah, there's a way to get basic ones. I don't know why you don't. Maybe because I paid. There you go. I like this one the best. All right. Just better. So let's see. We have 25 minutes to shoot the bull.
How about a Allen Bradley heater chart? No, I don't think that was.
Make sure I don't have anybody trying to come in. Allow participants on entry. I'll just do that. It's dangerous, but hey, I can't monitor this all the time. All right. Good. I see DJ came in. All new participants will be muted. Allow them to unmute themselves. I'll let that happen.
Well, that's strange. It don't seem to be working.
It's not working too good with your camera or something.
It don't seem to be.
You know, in order to get perfect background, you need a blue screen behind you. And it has a button for that too, actually. If you do have a blue screen, then it works even better. But it seems to work great here, probably because my background is pretty dark.
I have a green screen. Let me check. No, computer doesn't meet requirements. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen with me. It don't look like.
Oh well.
I don't meet the requirements, so you're just gonna have to see my
Don't take it personally.
my junk in the back.
Okay. DJ is muted him. He can unmute himself.
I know how to do it.
Did you read up on that digital simplex mode?
The one Ed sent me?
Yeah.
No. I was gonna see just announce that they were gonna do it, but it looks like if you go to yasu.com that you can.
I found it a little bit confusing. I thought some people might interpret that as being simplex, not.
No, it's simplex.
Yeah, simplex. Yeah.
It's
It is
simplex.
It is.
But you have
Analog simplex.
You have to have one of their.
ID numbers in order to. Right.
You
So
see.
you have to have a radio that has the digital ID. Yeah. I figured that's what it was, but.
Yeah, basically, Yasu's trying to promote that frequency for simplex.
Okay.
There's really no good digital frequency.
Right.
A lot of people are just doing it on 520 and
Okay.
really causing interference with the analog users. So
Why?
So
I
they
heard
making a
something
push for
about
that.
a digital simplex mode. Is that not true? Is there no digital voice mode that's simplex?
yeah, Tasma doesn't have anything.
Like the police or the fire use digital, that type of digital?
Well, it's not P25, but it's
No, I know,
C4 FM.
Something similar.
Yeah, C4 FM.
Right, C4.
Do it.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
You know, you could do it with D-Star also.
Right, D-Star.
With D-Star will also do HF.
So to get at C4 FM, can you do that off your computer? If you have your radio connected to your computer?
I think it's just the radio.
Okay. I mean, jeez.
Hello.
People call at the worst times. Whoops. Hello. Pretty good. How are you?
Well, Jeff, you're not tripping out today.
No, it seems to be working good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
When we were testing it this morning, for just a few seconds, it started jumping around. I thought, oh God. And then it just went fine,
What
and
happened?
it's
You
been
have
good
any
ever
idea?
since. Keep my fingers crossed.
Wow.
Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah.
Whoa. Man.
Yeah, I saw your email, but
Okay.
by the time I read it, it was like 1:30, and I said, you guys are probably off already, so the heck with
Yeah.
it.
I've got a. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I got you.
I do have a show and tell for you, DJ. So my little job raw headset and accompanying
Wow.
base unit.
I'm hoping most people do
Yeah.
have something.
Yeah, they'd have some probably.
Well,
I don't know.
I'll chew up
Unless
a few
Carl's got
minutes.
some
Let's put it that way.
way you can keep it, but yeah. Yeah. Right. I don't know. You know, you just get the right attorney.
I've been raving about it to everybody,
It might be
so
expensive, but
maybe this way somebody can see what the
you
hell I'm
know,
talking about.
a presumed will, or
And you said it was a jib jab?
but you still have to split
It was a
You
job
still have to
raw.
split it.
Job.
You know, with
I think
but yeah,
I have one of their earpieces somewhere.
I think they'd be
Yeah,
smart
this one
to do that.
it's
Yeah,
pretty
it'd be smart.
slick.
At
It's
least,
good to about
at
300
least look
feet
into
or
it.
350 feet.
Probably, yeah, absolutely, yeah, yeah.
The base
Yeah,
unit's sitting
but,
up
you
here
know,
in the
the
front
thing-
of the
I can't go
garage,
anywhere,
and
but,
I'll be
no,
out in the
I
garden
can't
in the
really, but-
backyard with it. So
I'm
It's got
actually,
pretty
I
good
have
coverage.
a club meeting
Yeah, it
tonight.
does.
I'm actually like doing a big Skype thing, not Skype, but Zoom thing. That's yeah, that's all right. I know. I'll try to put it out of my mind. I guess I don't know. Whatever. Man, thanks for telling me. I just don't know. Don't know what to say. It's really.
I
sad.
usually
It's so
use it in
sad.
the morning on the rag shoes.
I'll cry
When it's
later.
too cold to sit out here in the garage, I'll just put it on and go inside the house and sit on the recliner.
You just use Vox?
Yeah, then I just use Vox.
Uh-huh.
Just got to remember it's
I know.
Vox.
Well, he called me not long after. They
There
said
it
I'm
is.
feeling better.
See, I got one.
Pneumonia, I'm feeling
Little
better.
one.
Oh, there you go.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's no Heil headset or anything,
No.
but it works.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Probably. That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Well, how'd you guys
Okay,
get
man.
your
I'm
call
sorry.
sign up there?
I'm gonna have to bug out. Thanks
Magic.
for telling me though.
Apparently,
I think you click on your face.
I definitely will.
I click on my face.
Yeah, and you can rename yourself.
Huh?
Click on your face and you can rename yourself.
I can.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
right click.
Oh, hey now.
Yeah. I
That's
will.
pretty
I can
cool.
do that. Yeah. I can do that. Okay. All right. Take care, Ollie. All right. Bye. Sorry about that. Got really bad news, so I'm not in a good mood now. Is everybody still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, do you got to jump out for a while, Dave?
Maybe I will for about 10 minutes. I'll just be right here though. I'll leave her. Obviously, everything will be going. Talk to my brother real quick, and then I'll come back.
I understand.
Okay.
Go
Thanks.
do what you got to do.
All right. I'll be back.
So Ed, how you been doing?
Pretty good, Jeff.
Good.
Working
Yeah,
from home.
Yeah. Yeah. You haven't been going into work?
Just one day a week. I go in on Tuesdays.
Just Tuesday. Wow.
Yeah. We stagger everybody in the office. One guy comes in Monday, another guy, I come in Tuesday. Somebody else comes in Wednesday. So
Yeah.
we're always separated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've very much curtailed my shop time here lately. too.
Have you? Yeah.
They're still running 24/7, but I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mike Klein, how you doing?
Well, we're doing pretty good. Just trying to keep from climbing the walls.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've been taking take a walk in the morning when I wake up, just a small one, not big, and then I'll take a walk with my wife, a short one, and then in the afternoon after lunch, I'll take a long walk. So that eats up some time. And
Oh,
yeah,
that's pretty good.
yeah, do stuff on the computer, maybe get on the radio a little bit.
What did I do?
Yeah, my wife, we're on a binge on watching a program that's got 5 seasons and I think 20 or so episodes per season.
Oh boy. Yeah, that'll keep you busy.
Yeah, I gotta, every time I go to sleep, I gotta catch up in the morning and what she stayed up all night to watch.
Oh, really? God.
Yeah,
It's not the alligator king, is it?
no,
Yeah, right.
but
I've never seen it, but I've heard it's really ridiculous and terrible. But
We just-
it's incredibly
we
popular.
we just signed up to get Netflix.
That's where they have the alligator king.
Oh,
I don't have Netflix either. I had it for a while. I think Jeff still gets DVDs, don't you, from Netflix?
Yeah, we get the DVDs. I like them because when you get through watching something, they have the extra special things, and it's pretty neat to watch sometimes how they made it or the history of the whatever it was they were showing. It's neat.
That's cool.
Yeah, we get two of them a week.
good. That's pretty good.
I'm more of a fan of older movies, so that
Yeah,
probably be
same here.
something I would be interested in. There's
Yeah.
some out there on on-demand video, but not very many.
Yeah, we've been watching. I've been reading a lot about the Last Dance, about the Chicago Bulls,
Oh yeah.
and so I went ahead and recorded it. We've seen 2 episodes. It's really interesting.
Somehow got 2 people that didn't get admitted. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I apologize for not admitting you. Who knows
Let
how long you were
George in.
sitting there? Ah,
George.
we got more. Oh, here's some more Sam again. I thought he was maybe he cleaned off his lens. Yeah, no, there he is. Still blurry.
yeah, George, you got your computer from Mike?
George is muted. Sorry, George.
Oh,
Or, you could do it yourself, or I'll do it if you can't. Here, I fixed it.
There we go.
You're
Are
on.
we
Is
good
that
now?
that,
Yes,
that
Jeff,
young fella, John? Does your mom know you're on this, on the computer?
Does your mommy know you're using the computer, John?
Yeah.
I
George,
think he's ignoring you on purpose.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, George-
Jeff, I got the computer. Thank you.
Oh, good. Yeah, thank you very much for letting me use it.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
Where's your little buddy at, George?
She's on the bed behind me. Can you wait a minute? No. Oh no, wait a minute. She's in my lap now. Hi, everybody.
She heard. She could
That's
tell
right.
we were talking about her.
Yeah,
That's right.
What's
Here's
your-
Roberta.
that's my bud.
What's your name?
Her name's Ariel.
Ariel.
Oh, Ariel?
Ariel, yes.
Mermaid.
Oh, Ariel. Okay.
She's got to stay right by me for some reason.
Yeah, she's cute.
She's not for sale, Jeff.
No, I understand.
Bring up the meeting notes.
Whoop. She just knocked the camera down. What a
She's
silly.
here to help.
Hey, how about that? If I leave it, I'm upside down. How's that sound?
Yeah, that works pretty good.
That's pretty good.
You can just say you're in Australia.
Hey, I'm down under. What's up with Sam's blurry camera?
We don't know.
It's North Banning, and it's real smoggy there in North
Is
Banning.
Is that what it
The
is?
alcohol.
Okay, Sam, you could talk now.
Sam, how
muted.
come
I
you're
gotta-
so blurry?
John.
Who knows? Only the shadow knows, and he won't tell.
Ah,
Okay, nobody's muted now.
I'm not. I should be.
Oh, I unmuted you.
Oh, okay.
You can mute yourself again if you want.
Hey, good evening, Ed. You're awful quiet up there.
Yeah, just hanging around.
Okay.
All this new technology.
That's it.
Well, I've got a YouTube stream going, and hopefully it's all working right because I'm not concentrating on that. And I've got the meeting going, and so you guys can, if for whatever reason you want to look at yourself later, you can go back and look at YouTube because the live stream will show up as a recorded.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
How'd you get the green screen behind you? I know how to do it, but what, you got a portable green screen?
No, apparently if your computer has enough power, you can do it without the.
Yeah, I tried that with the Golden Gate Bridge. It didn't work worth a darn.
Yeah, mine wouldn't support it either.
Part of it, I think, is also having a dark background.
Signing in the Zoom. I should just be able to hit the link that Jeff set out, but it's not letting me do it. K6MA.
I thought audio would come through. I must have muted it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Larry, say again.
I signed in the Zoom, Jeff, but for some reason, I take that link that you sent, then it wants to sign in, and then I get my sign in, my password, and it still doesn't let me sign in. Any ideas?
The newest link, right? Make sure you use the one you just sent out, not the first one.
Yeah, Dave,
Okay. Larry, make sure you use the first link, or the last link, the one you sent out just about 45 minutes ago.
Okay, I think I'm using it earlier. Well, let me go back and check that. Thank you, Dave.
No trouble. Somebody's got music on.
Sounds that way.
Not I.
Okay. Well, we got 7 minutes.
Oh. Hey, Sam.
Yes, sir.
I went over to. Well, I gotta wait for Larry to get done. I went over to Donut Delight today.
I can't hear Larry. Hold on.
Come back, George.
Oh, wait a minute. Dave's talking to Larry.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, I know he covered you up.
I can't figure out how to turn you guys off. There we go. MAE KD6 edges. Come again?
I think I'm joining now. I see my face up here on Facebook, it looks like. KE6MA, or on Zoom. All righty. Thank you, Dave. Standing by. KE6MA.
No problem, Larry. KD6 edges. Larry, there he is. Admit.
Larry, this is Jeff, KB68. I just sent you the latest link.
Okay, I'm muting everybody except Mike because he must have muted himself.
Okay, thank you, Jess. I think I'm doing
Sam
it.
too. Okay.
And you have that motorboat back, by the way, Jeff. I thought you got rid of that thing, but it's back today in spades.
That's my signature. I don't even have to give my call sign, Larry. All I got to do is get on the air and everybody knows who I am.
Doesn't want to buy a new mic. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, I'm sorry. I tuned you off.
like you are. I'll buy myself another mic.
I think all you board
86,
members are
yeah.
supposed to be on the top.
Yeah, the plantation support land. You live in Sunlight, the Ridgeback land. KD6MA.
Flip, you got any comments on that?
I'm sorry, I missed the question. Go ahead.
Sorry. Was there a question?
Somebody said something about all the board members being on the top row.
That's not right.
I'm not.
Just on his.
Flip,
on
you're
his
muted.
monitor
I think
here.
you got a right
No,
click on
I
your
said
picture.
all the board members should be on the top row.
I can arrange for that if you want.
Hey, can you hear me, Dave?
I think I can move them around. Yeah, I can hear you. Flip.
Okay, good. All right.
Dave, I don't hear you either. Maybe it's me.
I'm not muted.
Sam, you're still blurry.
You can't hear anybody, Jeff? Jeff can't hear us now.
Hey, Jeff, can you hear me?
Jeff can't hear us.
Uh,
I don't know what to tell him.
Larry, can you hear me? See if Larry has a mic on his computer.
DJ, if you hear me, give me a thumbs
Larry's
up, please.
muted.
Muted?
Okay. I don't
Larry.
hear anybody.
I don't know what happened.
Check your computer.
with Jeff.
I can figure out.
There we go. I got you, Larry. You're open now.
Okay.
Jeff, can you hear anybody?
Jeff can't hear anybody.
Well, if he'd look at the screen, we could give him a thumbs down.
Listen,
Well,
I think he
what's Jeff
understands he
doing?
can't hear.
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, he fixed it. Okay.
All right.
He turned the volume down or something, probably.
I was wondering what Jeff was doing on the hand mic.
He was probably talking on the radio, Flip.
Oh, okay, cool. I saw Sam was awful fuzzy there.
That's his new look.
Cool.
I think he needs a shave.
Probably.
Sam's not fuzzy. It's just foggy here in Banning.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops.
Every time I look at Dave, it reminds me of Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island. Thanks. Am I Gilligan?
Because of the
Or
pump.
professor or
Professor.
captain, whatever his name was.
Randy, I think you belong more in the Gilligan role than the professor role.
Maybe we should change backgrounds, huh?
Yeah, probably.
The professor. That was my favorite character, of course. He made radios out of coconuts.
Yeah, coconuts. Everything was made out of coconut
Everything was made out of
True.
coconuts.
and bamboo. I didn't know bamboo grew on desert islands, but
I don't know how many they're going to
We can go
get.
John's way.
I thought I'd have to call you. I knelt.
I muted him for him. So he could talk to his wife in private.
How many people do we have on board right now?
I
on
was trying to
video?
figure that out, and I lost count real quick. I don't know why. Oh, here we go. There are more coming in. It's my
Okay.
fault.
Got 11
here they
right now.
come. Wow, we got more coming in. 12, 13. Lucky.
Wow. Wow.
Who's
Here's,
direct?
here's Higby. 14. Thank goodness.
Hey, Dave, who's director of the meeting? Are you the one selecting the pictures that show
I
up?
am. I am the
Okay.
man. I actually purchased a $14.99 subscription.
Oh, okay. How many
So-
does that allow?
We can have up to 100 people, and we can go as long as we want,
Oh, very cool.
or up to
Very cool.
24 hours.
Yeah, very cool.
now,
What did that,
is that a monthly subscription or a yearly?
It's monthly, $14 a month, $15 a month.
Okay, we can cancel it at any time, basically.
Yeah, I could have bought the annual for $12.99 or something a month, but
No, it's probably better this way. That way, in case we get back to normal.
I want to be hopeful.
Yeah.
I don't want.
Well, let's hope the club can reimburse Dave for that 14
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah, sure.
That'd be nice.
No, Dave's got enough money. They're acting like
George,
terrorists.
just give him your money.
We'll have to do a
Now, so
50-50.
you give him your money.
I got the tickets here to do a 50-50 tonight, a virtual 50-50.
How can we do that?
Oh, wait
We're
a
gonna
minute.
keep track of
Never
who has
mind.
which ticket.
John's not going to win.
Yeah, never
John's
mind.
muted. I gotta fix John.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah,
John.
John.
I gotta fix John.
Teresa,
DJ, do you have a copy of me?
John, you can talk now.
good evening, Michael.
Good evening.
My-
guys.
George,
If
George,
anything
go
else,
ahead and do that
unmute everybody here.
50-50. I want it.
Whoops. Unmute
Well,
everybody.
good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
Yeah, well, I'm just off a tick.
Oh, okay.
That's what the doctor tells me, at least.
Connie or Mendoza is.
Hey, George, do you hear me okay?
I hear you fine.
Thank you.
Higby is
I
muted.
got Teresa's there now. She's unmuted.
Nobody should be
Teresa,
muted
how you
now.
doing?
Hi, guys.
Okay. Hi, Therese. Sorry, I had you muted. You could have
Higby, is
unmuted
that
yourself,
a beer in there or
to
not?
be fair. Where?
Oh no, Higby. I think he had a beer. He's trying to disguise it.
No, I
I
do
don't
not.
know. Why would
Yeah,
somebody
look at
have
that.
beer, right? Something. No idea why.
Good
anybody
evening,
would-
Mendoza.
Evening, George.
All right. Look at the crowd. My goodness.
I'm
And
here
it's
to
7
cook
o'clock.
some.
That sounded like Sam's alarm.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve Higby, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, there he is.
Your phone is pointing at your navel.
Yeah. There he is.
Well,
He's trying to adjust.
is this any better?
You're still kind of low.
It's getting better.
Prop it
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Need another book or a pizza box.
Yeah, hang on.
Need adjustment.
How did anybody think that Zoom compares to that Jitsu?
I like it. I think the sound is far faster than any other service I've tried, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah, it syncs.
It seems like I can hear things like the radio's going, and Jeff has his mic on. It's almost simultaneous,
Ooh.
so that's pretty good.
Hey,
I got a
Steve,
question. Why is Sam so blurry?
We don't know.
Sam's
You
fuzzy.
don't know, huh?
His camera's
Drunk
been
and
through the fire
disorderly.
or something.
He
Drunk and
spilled some whiskey
disorderly.
on the laptop.
Oh, he muted himself. Did you mute yourself, Sam? Here, I
What's
fixed it.
what was the question?
Why are you so blurry? Oh, you mute yourself.
I think I got a bad router.
Oh, okay.
No, the camera's not focused.
I'm not going to argue.
Hey, I just
They have
figured
a
it was
lot
that 1980 computer you have, Sam.
Might
Well,
be a
still 2
filthy
years
lens.
younger than yours.
Do we have more people I didn't let in? Oh, admit. I got to fix this, so admit all. There we go. Ed is waiting. I thought you were out already, Ed. What happened to you?
Hello, Bill.
Bumped out and came back in. Let's see.
Getting smaller.
We got to
Lost
unmute
my-
these people. Bill.
Hey, there's Mike.
Seymour.
Mr. Mendoza.
Bill
Hello,
doesn't
Mr.
have a
Sam.
camera. One of the Bills. How many Bills are there?
Dave,
So-
can you see me? I lost my video. I looked.
Your video looks fine. We can see
Yeah.
you.
No,
Um,
I hit the button down on the bottom, and I have a blank screen. It says your meeting will start in a few seconds. How do I get out of this?
Try escape.
Run.
I really don't know. First time I hosted a meeting was, that's not true either. This afternoon we did try it out. But I think I did try it once. That's right. DJ and I tried it once. Let's see.
Wow, we got 18
Video back?
members here.
Dave,
Everybody's here. I know we're already kind of running late here.
Dave, if you host a meeting with 20 or 30 people, do they all appear on this screen?
Yeah, I'm seeing everybody. I've
That's
got-
good.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
How do we
I'm seeing
get there?
everybody. The only
How do we
of course,
see everybody?
Some people don't. Okay, Ed. I've got Ed's now. You should be able to talk now, Ed.
In the top right-hand corner of your screen, there's a little thing there that's got a bunch of dots on it.
Yeah.
If you hit that, you'll be able to see everybody.
Oh, yeah, right. If you go up in the top,
Oh,
there's
very cool.
two
Very
views.
cool.
There's speaker view and group
Gallery
or
view.
gallery view. Yeah. Gallery
Well, I'm
view.
using a phone and it's not showing up.
Oh.
Well,
Give me Rico Lanya, Steve.
we're seeing you, but you can't see us.
That I can see Mike right now. I can see whoever's speaking, but I can't see a thumbnail of
There's a
everyone.
button on the top of our screens that says
Yeah, it's
gallery
right up
view.
at the top.
Yeah. near the
Nope,
top.
there is not.
Okay.
He's working off of a
It's
phone.
an iPhone, so maybe you have to change the
It-
settings somewhere else.
Well,
No. Let me see if I can't.
Yeah,
change
this
the
is
settings.
Flip. I'm working off a phone IP also, and it works just fantastic. Hit the dots up in the top right corner. You can see everybody at one time on the screen.
Yeah,
Hey, Flip, what kind of phone you got?
that's different.
It's a Motorola IMAX, or whatever the heck it is.
Okay, Steve, are you using an iPhone?
Yes.
Yep.
Steve?
Yes, I am using an iPhone.
Okay, the operating system may be a little bit different on that device.
Well, it could be. I mean, I can see you.
Good picture.
And now there's Jeff.
Is it picking up the people that speak, Steve?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that works
enough.
pretty
Yeah.
slick.
Yeah.
That works pretty good.
Yeah, I think it works pretty good. I say we can get a list. If you go to those dots, you can get everybody on a list that's in here and just have their name and call signs down there. So that works pretty good too. But I think it just picks up who's ever talking.
Is everything cool as far as I show 18 people?
Yeah, 18.
If you don't like your name, you can change it.
I've been able to do that in 80 years.
I think one of the options is will allow users to change their own name. And I said, yes.
Yeah, I'm just using an Android on my cell phone as my camera, and I just got it plugged in as the camera, and it works fantastic.
Great. Okay, I'm a little
Okay, I just changed my name.
You did it. Congratulations. Put your call sign in there. I changed mine once already. Oh, there it is. Rename. Yeah. Where's the... Oh, there it is.
That was pretty easy to change.
Yeah. Just right click and change name. Rename.
I've got a question for Bill Seymour, WA6MOD.
Bill.
Hey, Bill,
Hold on,
it's
mute.
Flip.
I'll mute Bill for you.
Hello.
Oh, we can hear you, Bill.
Yeah, I had to
Who
unmute.
has the music on?
Somebody's playing music.
Yeah, someone's got music on.
We'll fix that. I can't tell who it is.
Who's playing music in the background?
It was John. I just muted
Oh.
him. It was a total guess.
Yeah. Did you have a question for me?
Yeah, I did, Bill. I have a question. Is that my antenna system? I sent you an email regarding my antenna system. Did you get that one? That I can't really do the simplex 2 meter, I can do the repeater 2 meter and the 440 and the HF, no problem.
Not only did I get your message, Flip, but I already changed the schedule.
Oh, thank you, Bill. I appreciate that.
Already been done.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Bill.
As you guys know, when you make one change on the schedule, you have to move all the chess pieces around. So it's not a simple matter, but I got it done.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Why we pay him the big money?
For some reason, we got Ron joined us, but he doesn't have a microphone. Oh, here we go. Unmute.
Hey,
Okay,
I went
now
to
you should be able to talk.
get my goodie here.
Ron, can you talk?
Yes, you copy?
Whoa, yeah, you're loud.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have a camera?
Yeah, hang on, let me turn it on.
Okay. There he is.
There's Rod.
Hey,
All right.
Hey, Ron.
Well, we don't have to start right away. See if anybody else shows up. The problem is I have to actually watch for people. Unfortunately, it won't automatically.
Hey, Dave, I have a question.
Yeah.
What's this? And I know you're just digging into it, but we're on Zoom right now. What was with Jitsi? Does that seem to work okay, or do you think we're going to stay with Zoom?
No, I think we're going to stay with Zoom. Jitsi
I
seems
think it works well.
It's kind of buggy. We've had people complain that they couldn't get it installed. So I think you have to be using Chrome.
Okay.
Chrome or Firefox, either one.
I guess. Although.
But it didn't like Edge.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Edge I don't think has the ability for plugins yet.
Well, I tell you what, with 18 people on here right now, everything is working, as far as I'm concerned, very great.
I think so too. It works really well.
It does work good. I'll say that. I've been on another Zoom conference when they had like 2022, and it worked very good with a presentation.
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion by any chance, if I have a chance to say a few words?
Sure, Larry. Well, hold on, Larry. I'll tell you what. Maybe we had to wait because we're going to have a kind of a Q&A later.
I just got a suggestion to help local
because I think
business
we're
here.
going
So
to
when
have,
you're ready for me, let me know, Dave.
Yeah, we'll ask for questions later.
Okay.
I think we
Thank you.
actually have that on the list. We actually have questions we're going to ask. People have feedback regarding last month's meeting and whatever else. Just feedback. And that should happen after all the regular business. So,
Hey,
Jeff.
John Fitch, are you, you got, looks like you're muted, are you?
Where is Jeff?
John Fitch,
Oh, John.
you look like you're muted.
I muted John because he was playing music. Okay. Okay, John, you're not muted now.
Music's off.
Okay, your audio is really loud. I don't know why. I don't know what we can do about it.
Hey, Ron, you're looking good.
How you doing, Larry?
Dave, I got a question. Where's Jeff? I'm not seeing Jeff.
Jeff is right on, for me, he's right on the top. Here, let's see.
Wow.
Make host. No, I won't do that.
Just above you and to the left.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Wow.
Speaker view. Gallery view.
Just point up, Flip.
I'm working on it, but I don't see him, really. I see everybody else.
That's funny. It's weird.
Yeah.
Let's see if anybody else came in. Just looks like we're pretty much all here.
Flip, on my screen, Jeff is immediately above you.
Really? Well, see, my screen, I'm showing everybody, but nothing above me. So how do you scroll down, I wonder?
This is a damn high school yearbook. You're worried about where your picture's at?
No, I'm curious of where Jeff is, not my picture.
Oh, you guys.
Well, you don't have to worry, Flip. We're keeping an eye on him. He ain't doing no secret stuff.
All right, cool.
All
Not
right.
a problem. Cool. There he is. He's off to the right over here. Cool.
Let's get started with this stuff. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
We're going. Oh, let's see if somebody may have come in. No, I saw somebody blink over there. Hopefully we didn't lose anybody. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the San Bernardino Pass Amateur Radio Club official April meeting. And we're going to go through the normal business. First thing is we will check to see we've got how many people we have in here. 18 participants. So Jeff, you might make a picture of the screen with 18 people on it, so you know you can put that in the
Got it.
All that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we have that taken care of, and we normally do the Pledge of Allegiance. So I don't know, is it something we're going to try to do with this many people?
George is ready.
George is ready.
Hey, guys.
Hey, George, you going to lead us?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Ready? Begin. I pledge
allegiance to the flag
of the United
of the United States,
to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, I remembered at that time I didn't need notes.
Future Pledge of Allegiance, I suggest just one person.
Yeah, I know. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
work.
think so. I
whenever
think
try to do
that's
it.
cool.
We
One
tried
person
that 2 months in a row, and it really didn't work right either time.
Yeah.
2 words per person.
That's true. Okay, so next on the list we've got minutes. So Jeff, I'm going to make you the BMOC here. Jeff, start talking. Jeff?
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Motion made and carried to accept the March 2020 minutes.
I make a
Anybody?
motion that we accept the minutes as published.
Okay.
Thank you, George.
Very good.
Second. Okay.
DJ, George, Randy.
Everybody for? Raise your
Dwight?
hand.
For.
Anybody against? Nice and quiet,
Flip
except
didn't
for the
raise his
laughter from
hand.
George. Okay.
Good.
I think we're good, Jeff. Thank you.
And next we have the treasurer's report.
Treasurer's report. Yes. So, Mike, you're up.
Okay,
Oops,
as
I
of
don't know
the
what I did there.
deposit that I made the other day for $80, we have $5,666.78 in the bank, and I have $20 in my mailbox from Ken Nelson out of the desert.
Really? He's going to join again?
I think so. My wife said I had something from him. That's the only thing I could figure. You know, he wouldn't be sending me a love letter. Ask Sam.
Are you
Oh,
sure?
good.
Maybe
Forget
you
me.
will. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Well, that's nice.
You got a check, didn't you?
It's in the mailbox. I think we haven't picked it up yet.
Yes. Yeah. He
I'll
was.
send you an invoice for my Zoom.
He sent it the other day.
Die.
Okay. All right. So.
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
I have a comment.
Yeah, go right ahead. Flip.
Hello.
Go right ahead, Flip. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I have a comment. If we're going to continue to do this for the next couple of meetings or whatever, I suggest that, yes, Dave, if you paid for the Zoom, turn it into the club to
Yes,
get reimbursed
I'm
for
gonna
that.
do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
We kind of, I don't know. We're going to have a board meeting.
Yeah.
To talk about, we're going to go over it later, but to talk about the nets, at least.
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, that's only fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. Okay.
All you need is a board approval. You don't need the membership approval.
That's right. And I kind of counted on it, but I suppose I could afford the $15 of the.
No, but that's not the point. The
Yeah,
point is
I know.
you're doing the research, so.
Yeah, but I wanted to pay half.
Well, if the board doesn't approve it, I'll chip in $1.25.
Yeah, I think we'll be paid for it. Don't worry about it. We've got $5,600 in the bank. We should be all right.
I think we can share a little.
We'll send out $1.20 stimulus checks.
It's probably not going to become a 12-month payment.
No, we might have
we get
gone
that-
for that, but yeah, I don't want to be that pessimistic.
Yeah, good point.
I was thinking, okay, I could save, $20 or something if I get a year's worth, but no.
I sure hope we don't have to stay this way.
Yeah, that's what
Actually,
I mean.
it's pretty
That's-
neat, though.
It's kind of the way I feel about it. I don't dislike doing the meetings this way. Actually, it's kind of neat in a lot of ways. I mean, you can be home. It's very convenient. You don't have to drive. There are some really nice things about it.
Yeah,
But-
and the wives just love it.
Yeah, and, but then you got people turn the radio on. And,
Depends on what wife you're talking about.
It's like, can they stay out of the room for an hour? Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
right.
Something else we need to keep track of.
You got it.
I don't
And
have
I
that
don't
kind
have
of
to make
experience.
coffee and bring water.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And you see where I'm at, guys.
So we had the treasurer's report, and DJ, tell us what's going on, man. Where are you?
Right here.
Okay.
For tonight's meeting, it's going to be a show and tell. So I had 2 people send me some pictures, and Steve sent me some text. So I'll have a couple of those, and then and then my project I'll just show on my camera that I have the second camera. Hopefully everyone has something to hold up and just show and tell about it.
So I surprised DJ a couple hours ago with a phone call using the mesh. And he kind of got frightened him because he had his. I guess he was really close to the phone.
It's right here, and it's loud.
It's really loud.
And it's the second time you've done it. The last time you did it right in the middle of a scary movie.
I just thought I just get hit. I didn't redial. It's instantly get DJ. It's very neat. It's like the DJ hotline. Anyway, okay. Let's go on. And so where are we, DJ? We have some. You're going to show us something this later during the meeting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We'll have after our break or whatever we do, our normal program.
Pete, I know you've been digesting a lot of nonsense from the ERRL regarding testing and how they're kind of slowly considering doing remote testing, whatever. Are you there?
No, he's not here. I don't.
He's not here. Okay, that's a problem. All right. I
That's
thought,
50
I guess I had Pete
deduction.
earlier today. That's what I'm
testing.
saying. Let me see. Maybe I missed him. Hold on. What happened to my window? Shoot. I closed the wrong window. How do I get it back?
I don't think he was on, Dave, but that would be
Okay,
a.
no, I just want to make sure nobody's trying to come in. There it is. Okay. There it is. Actually, we do. Edward Parker. Do anybody know an Ed Parker?
Yeah, he's a councilman.
Here he comes. Ed, Councilman Ed is joining.
No,
No, it's not Ed. That's not Ed Parker.
That's
Ed
not Ed
Parker's
Parker?
Poppet Flats.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the other. That's the other one from Papa Flats. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I met him.
EWN or something like that, I think.
He's the one who came with Therese.
Oh, there it's down the bottom, but no,
Okay,
no
so
video.
we got Ed here without video and
Connecting to audio. Cool.
Wow.
yeah, I don't think he has any audio either. He's soundless and videoless. I guess he can hear us anyway. There you go.
Connecting,
Okay. Well, where are we? Let me get my list back up. Already lost.
VE testing.
Yeah. Okay. So Pete's not here, but I have been getting the emails from ARRL since I'm a VE as well, and they were talking about trying to move the same way that the other agency that does testing for the FCC. They have a video conference mode where they can actually now remote test to some degree. And if FY5I, I think it is, FY5I. Anyway, they have a remote control testing system. At least they successfully did a remote control test where there was no person representing, which I think is kind of scary in a way, on the other end. Now, they've done this before. Even the ARRL has done it before, where they've had a sponsor on the other end, who a VE presumably, who is monitoring what's going on, just one, and then the other VEs are behind a video conference camera, and that's how they do the testing. So I don't know all the details, but the ARRL is trying to organize something similar to the F5YI, but so far nothing. So we are in a mode where we really can't do any testing, because for obvious reasons. For one thing, the hospitals probably won't let us use their property till everything's back to normal. Same as our meeting. Our meeting, we're kind of limited to meeting with, when Beaumont City Hall lets us do it.
Do we know, question, Dave,
Yeah.
do we know that we still have a place to meet at Beaumont when all this?
We don't. And it's going to be up in the air, and we were for a long time we were in the senior center.
Yeah.
And we might end up. That was actually a terrible place. A lot of walking. It seemed like it's always busy, even at night.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we can find a venue if we can't get them to help us. The main issue might be that they're going to be moving. They're relocating. Isn't that correct, Sam?
That's correct, but they're not going to be moving, I don't think, until they finish the fire station and police station out at Potrero.
Okay. So we don't know what their schedule is.
I have received nothing in regards to what's going to happen after the building becomes available.
Okay.
As far as I know, we would have room 2 at that time.
Great. I'd like to stick with that if we can, even after they move. I mean, they're gracious enough to do it. Okay, so where are we at?
Net control.
We're just going to skip VE testing. I guess we went over it. Net control, Bill. So, Bill, tell us what's going on. Oh, Bill, you're muted. Hold on, let me fix you. Okay.
No, I can unmute as well.
Okay.
At least myself, I mean. Really nothing to report. Everything went really smoothly today, except Father Ron seems to be MIA. Was that correct yesterday, Mr. Sam?
That's affirmative.
Yeah, okay. So I'm open to suggestions. Do you want me to contact him and ask him if he's okay? Does anybody know if he's okay?
I saw him the other day as he drove past. We had a brief visit in the middle of the street. He parked, and occasionally he'd move. When the occasional car came along, he would get out of the way, but we had a nice visit. He's doing okay.
Good.
Okay, so I guess he's all right. Maybe I just need to drop him an email message and remind him.
Well, don't you do that, Jeff? Don't you send an email out?
Yeah, I sent an
Same
email
day or
out,
the day
but
before?
I think he's just forgetful.
Yeah, he is kind of forgetful.
Hopefully that's what that is.
Yeah.
So do you want me to take any kind of action, or do you want me to let it ride?
I don't know.
I would suggest, Bill, that you make contact with him and see if he's able to continue on as net control.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell him he's under no obligation.
Yeah, of
He's
course.
busy, of course. You know.
Absolutely.
We're trying to get more people involved, and we're gonna try to find a way to make sure everybody gets to check in. That's the goal. And
I think I hear DJ's kids.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that what that was, DJ?
No, that was something my wife is watching.
Aha.
I hear it.
Oh,
too.
babysitting.
She's in
Okay,
the
that's-
family room.
That's all I have. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, Bill.
Comment?
Go ahead, Steve. Jeff, I mean.
Yeah, Flip, I think, wants to be off because of, he says he doesn't get out enough on the 2 meters, but last night, Flip, you seemed to do great, just as good as anybody else. I didn't see any real problems.
They're really, I don't know that Steve could hear Flip, for example.
No, what it really is, Jeff, is I had a problem with my antenna system. I have an indoor antenna on 2 meters, and it seems to hit the repeater just fine. I explained this to Bill, and then Bill took me off of the simplex version of 2 meters and put me only on the repeater version, and that works out just perfect, not a problem. But other than that, it's my fault with the antenna system. It's all screwed up. It's not in the best spot, and blah, blah, blah. The repeater's fine, and life goes on. So I'm in it, just not on 2 meter simplex.
Well, I'll have to say I got a lot of great feedback. I've collated everything. I've got all the emails in one folder. I'm going to actually put together a document that shows everybody's feedback, and as the board, we're going to go through and look at it, and just, I'll let everybody read it ahead of time. We'll have a meeting, and we'll talk, and we'll see if we can come up with a better solution. I really want to do is I want to make it so we can have both the best of both worlds. I want to be able to satisfy everybody's urge to make sure the radio works right. So we want to have simplex. We want to continue with simplex in all the bands. And we want to continue also with using repeater. And what we might do is do dual check-ins. And actually Therese came up with that idea. I just love it. But we'll talk about other possibilities, and we're going to look at everybody's suggestion. And so that's just one
Question,
idea.
Dave?
Yes.
Therese, what was your suggestion in terms of dual check-in?
Do you want me to explain it?
For the 220 net to do repeater and simplex back to back.
Right. So basically what she's saying is what I interpreted that to mean is we do like simplex every night but like the first Wednesday. This is the way we used to do it. Okay. We'll just pretend that's the case. So every night we do simplex. After we do simplex, we check the repeater. And we're going to assign, or we're going to find a repeater for every band. So it's going to add some complexity, but I think this way everybody will feel included. And so even when we do the simplex nets, you can check in on the repeater. That's basically what I want to accomplish.
And we're talking about Mount Etna?
I think it's
on 2 meters, Mount Etna. As far as 440, we're going to go back to simplex. I don't hate doing it on the repeater, but that repeater is terrible. So we maybe find a different repeater, and we have a repeater for 440 as well, and 220. There's coordination is a thing that when you try to get your repeater licensed or coordinated, one of the things they're going to ask you is, what's the repeater used for? If you say, there's a net on my repeater, that really helps them. So all these repeaters are looking for nets. Believe it or not, this is a good thing. So for them, and that's why I think Earl got some feedback when he was talking on 220. There was a guy with a repeater on San Diego Peak, which is a very wide range repeater. He was saying, hey, you can use our repeater. But when I looked at it, it was closed. There were 2 closed and 1 open repeater on that frequency pair. So,
comment.
Yeah, go ahead, comment.
Hey, Dave, why does the present system not work when we do a simplex on the first Monday or Wednesday, repeater on the second or third
Well,
Wednesday?
I don't hate that, but I actually think we should go back to just doing it once a week. But we might stick with twice. I just don't. I don't want to. I want to make it simple. I don't want to. I want to have simplicity. I want to make it so
Why are
simple.
you changing it? If you're
Well,
changing it, you're
because
creating more problems.
we want to have people be able to check in on all the bands,
Well, if you,
no matter
if
where
you
they
go
are.
away from the repeater, you've got
And
people
yet we also
check
want to
in.
stay with simplex.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. No, I understand. We're not moving away from the repeater.
No, but
Exactly
you're
the
only going to
opposite.
do it once a
We're
month.
doing exactly the opposite. Well, we're still going to do check-ins every week on the repeater as well. Not just the first. The first Monday might be, or the first Wednesday might be the repeater night where we do it. We start with a repeater, and we do all the business on the repeater. But every night we'll check in. We'll have check-ins.
I
through the
still
repeater.
fail.
I think that's what we should do.
I still fail to see why the present system doesn't actually satisfy everyone. If we do the first Wednesday on the repeater, the second Wednesday on the simplex, third Wednesday on the repeater, fourth Wednesday simplex, why does that not solve the problem of mixing the two together?
I don't. We're going to have to talk about it as a
Yeah,
board.
no, I understand.
So
I
I'm not. I don't want to nail it down tonight. We're not going to, come up with the idea now. I mean, I'm not. I don't dislike your idea, but I want to. I really want to make it simplex central, or first.
Yeah.
I want to encourage people. Look, I want to encourage people to be able to have a radio that they can contact everybody simplex. That's what emergency operations is about. Bill is absolutely right about that.
Operations, Dave.
Well, no, I know. I'm just saying if we have the repeater go down and we're dependent on the repeater, that's a bad thing.
Let me inject something here.
That's why we are
wait a minute.
Simplex if we can.
The repeater, yes. If you do the first, and again, I'm not advocating this. I'm just throwing it out.
I know.
If you do the first one on the repeater, second one simplex, third one repeater, fourth one simplex, you basically are saying the first one on repeater, everybody has a chance to check in who's remotely geographically in a spot that can hit the repeater.
Everybody wants to check in every single week.
Well, okay, but
everybody wants to check in every week.
But the reality is you can't have that simplex. There's going to be people that can't reach it.
Well, I'm telling you that everybody wants to check in every week. We have to have simplex because.
Well, no, I understand that. I understand
that. That's an option. Everybody should be able to, I mean, you put up an antenna. Even here in antenna restrictedville, I've got an antenna that's literally sitting on the ground, and everybody can hear me. Yeah. So it's not that hard to set up a good antenna.
Comment?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
The other thing about simplex is we learn to relay.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, I agree.
That's true too.
And that's what we
learn who can hear who, which is important. But at the same time, I want to make sure that everybody that wants to check in can check in. Now, the other issue, believe it or not, conversely, is there are people that can't figure out the repeater, and it happens all the time. So I think even on nights when we do the repeater, we should check simplex to see if there's anybody there.
Well, I think just by using the simplex, it forces us to handle as a cohesive group how to relay, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's understandable. That's very cool.
Yeah.
And yet the repeater nights then lets everybody check in who may not have a shot at simplex to check in. So I just fail to see where the present system doesn't work.
It does in a way, but we're going to extend it to other bands.
All right.
That's basically
break.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, I'd like to hear what Therese says, since she's the one that's
came up with the idea.
Yeah, she's up in Poppet Flats.
Well, she's not going to be able to check in no matter what we do, unless somebody helps her with her antenna.
It's called a relay.
Yeah, but let the Therese
go ahead.
Let Therese
let her talk.
No, I wasn't instigating a major concept. I was just reacting to what you wrote, Dave, that somebody had suggested 220 moving to a repeater.
Right.
And I looked, I didn't even see any 220 repeaters nearby, but I just thought it would be a simple thing to do back-to-back check-ins, simplex, and on a repeater if there was one available. But I'm not messing with the overall scheme because
I thought that was brilliant, believe it or not, because for some reason it didn't even occur to me. So maybe because you're a new ham. It's good. Anyway, And we're going to talk about it. It may not change a whole lot, but we want to cover everybody. We want everybody to be able to check in. That's the main thing. So we might assign a repeater to every band, but it certainly doesn't mean we're using it every night.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's the way I feel about it anyway.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk to about it, and we'll come up with something. Hopefully soon, maybe even before next Wednesday.
Dave?
Yeah.
As far as taking pictures is concerned, right now, Bill is on there all the time. I can't get
Bill off your screen.
Yeah.
If you go up to the top, you see where it says speaker view.
Yeah.
Or it says click on. It says group view or cluster. What is it?
Oh, I've done that. I can have the whole gallery, but if I click on it again, I should get the individual that's talking, and I just get the Bill.
Yeah, I don't know why it stopped working. I have the same problem. And Bill's muted, which is crazy. So why
Is he?
would?
Bill,
Maybe
did
it's
you
because I
mute
have him
yourself?
set as speaker or something. No. Not
Hey, Jeff, if you go up to the top where
cancel
it says,
spotlight. There we go.
Jeff, if you go up to the top where it says speaker view, if you click that,
There, I fixed it. That was my fault.
Yeah,
I
I
fixed
know
it.
that.
Bill
There
is no
you're
longer
back.
spotlight.
Okay, there we go.
I fixed it.
Yeah.
Somehow I accidentally made Bill the spotlight. I didn't know what that means. Learning this thing as I go. Okay. Now Mike's there. He's not making noise. Okay, where are we at?
Races, Mike BUW.
Okay, Mike BUW. You still here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's been quiet. They've just been backing up the communications, but they haven't been called in for anything.
Okay.
All of EMD is busy with their coronavirus right now.
Well, I wish Ray would have showed up because I know he's involved with the Red Cross and some other things. And it'd be interesting to hear if he has anything going on with that group. Okay. Well, thanks for the report. Steve, you're involved with that racy stuff still, right?
Yes.
Nothing going on there.
Nothing really going on. As Mike said, it's all coronavirus things.
Right. Is there I read something about Mars. Is there going to be some contest or some kind of I'm going to look. I'll have to find the email. Read something about
are you referring to the planet Mars
No,
or the Mars system?
The Mars system. I know they normally have a cross-band military drill, and they're canceling that. I read that this morning, or I heard about that this morning. But they have some other stuff going on that they are doing in this time of the pandemic. Anyway, okay. I don't know why now I'm seeing only flip. I'm going to go back to gallery view. There we go. So where are we at now? We got that taken care of. Emergency committee. That's Steve again. Steve, you've been recruited. I know you probably didn't.
No,
want that job.
I haven't. The only thing I've done as far as emergency stuff is what I sent to you and to DJ.
Okay.
That rough draft. So
yeah.
and we'll get to that when we
We're
get
going to talk
it.
about that during the show.
Yeah,
the show
later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. And let's see. We got all that taken care of. Old business. So last month I was not as good as Zoom. I have to say I was disappointed a little bit with Skype. It seemed to it wasn't easy to deal with when we had a lot of people and we had people that weren't able to get into it. It's the same stuff, same old stuff. So Zoom seems to work better, and as long as we don't have anybody breaking in, I'm using a password. If you click that link, it should all be automatic. But if you go in like with a telephone, what you can do, if you want to meet, you don't have a computer, you can use your phone, and there's a phone number on that email. There are lots of different phone numbers. You just pick one, and you call in. You put in your meeting ID and your password, and you get right in. Audio only, obviously, but.
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
Do you have an intention of wanting to record the session and post it to YouTube or not?
I'm already doing that 2 ways.
Okay.
Right now we're on a live YouTube stream. So which I do for all of our programs, the Wednesday night nets, and also the meetings. and that stream automatically makes a recording on YouTube. And then I also have Zoom recording on my computer just to back up everything, so it's making a video as well. It's pretty much the same thing that's going to be on the YouTube video because it's my screen. Oh, that was nice. Who was that, Larry? Did you make that noise?
Oh, I think I opened up another tablet. Maybe it came in.
That was a Garrett. I don't know what noise, where that came from, but I saw you had your hand up, so I'm blaming it on you.
Oh.
It was Larry. There, I muted you, Larry, so you're not making any dings anymore.
My email on another tablet is booting
Okay.
up. Let me
Where
know
are we
what I
at
have.
here?
I
Whole
have a
business.
suggestion.
So there was some confusion, and I apologize for that. We sent out 2 links. I'm going to mute Larry. We sent out 2 links, and both links, people were confused because they didn't know whether to go onto Skype or to go onto YouTube, and so that was my mistake. But that's why I'm not sending out YouTube links anymore. If you want to check out, you know where the YouTube channel is. If you want to see a stream, if you're not close by, maybe you can't use like the meeting's going on like right now, and you can't use Zoom for whatever reason, you can watch it on YouTube, and it'll be maybe 30-40 second delay, but it works pretty well other than that.
And also, I subscribe to the SPARC channel on YouTube and clicked the notifications.
Right.
Every time you save something to YouTube, I get a notification, so I can go up there and watch the whole thing if I want to.
That's right. You click on that bell when you subscribe, and you will get notifications every time there's a stream. That works through the Google system, so it works pretty good. Now, I also post videos up there periodically. I'm going to. I don't think there's a reason to post this because it's going to be up there already as a stream. But if there's some other business that we want to, we can post on there. I think it's just a good way to keep a copy or keep track of everything we're doing. Just have everything recorded and have everything in one place. So that's why we're doing it that way.
You know, Dave, I'm not sure that it doesn't make sense, or I'm an advocate of making sense. What the heck is that? Hold on.
Are you distracted? Sorry, Flip.
Yeah, hold on.
Good wall picture.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Your sound is feeding back, in case you didn't notice.
The heck's going on here?
Getting squashed.
Okay, I'm muting Flip in a second.
Yeah.
Well, he got
Flip.
feedback there.
Yeah, Flip's got feedback. He's gonna have to figure that out. Okay, and then so that's pretty much the old business. You have anything else, Jeff?
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay, and then as far as new business, we're looks like we're going to do Zoom for the time being. I don't see any reason not to. To make sure that I'm not forgetting people, I have to always remember to check to see if people are trying to come in. I don't remember where that button is.
Question?
Manage participants. Okay, yes, go ahead. Question.
If I go to YouTube, what do I put down to locate it? SPARC?
Yeah, if you search for San Gregorio Pass Amateur Radio Club, if you search for SPARC, you're going to go into a nightmare.
Right. Oh.
Search for San Gregorio Pass Amateur Radio Club. That'll work. Or put in SPARC and my call sign or something like that. It should work.
Thank you.
No problem. And also, I don't know. I guess I can say that. I think we already did, but whatever. It's more people that subscribe, the better. I mean, I've got 22. I think was last time I checked. 22 subscriptions. That sounds right. We got 2 people watching right now live. It says.
I'm one.
Okay, so DJ's one of them. All right. It's actually kind of neat. Something I'd always been curious about, so it's kind of neat to learn how to use that. Okay, so where are we at? New business. And we're, I think we're there. I think we figured out what we want for our video conferencing. We're going to be discussing the nets at the next board meeting, which I've already covered that. And Leanne's not here, so we can only ponder the state of the Yucaipa High School radio club. I don't know. It's probably nothing happened there, unfortunately. Would be my guess. In this month's program, DJ is going to. Do you have any stuff, DJ, or are we just gonna do a roundy round?
We'll just do a roundy round. But I remember before we started the meeting, Larry had a question. KA68 MEE.
Yes, that's right. And I have Larry muted because he was making lots of dings. Okay,
Well,
Larry.
I'm through making dings.
You're done dinging? Okay. Well, I'll let you talk now. How about that?
Okay. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
I'd like to make a suggestion. You know, we usually have our monthly breakfast at the Cafe Royale on the second Saturday of the month. I would like to suggest that we do that in the parking lot coming up in the second Saturday of May to help support Ron over there at the Cafe Royale. They've been doing a great job supplying dinners here in the plantation where we take orders and they deliver them and so forth.
But they're delivering.
I'll have to say that guy is really hurting.
I'll bet
so we could probably help support him. Maybe we could just order breakfast burritos ahead of time and eat in the parking lot and do our separation and have a little bit of get together. Back to you, Dave, for your comment on that.
Well, thanks. Thanks for the input, Larry. I'm going to no longer have you be the spotlight. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's a good, that's not a bad idea. I like the idea of supporting them for sure. That is one of the businesses we certainly depend on as a group. I don't know. Can we all show up with masks and stay 6 feet away from each other and have a club meeting in a parking lot? I don't know. That seems a little bit dubious.
Well, we don't have a club meeting. We just have a gab.
Well, it is essentially a club meeting. It's a breakfast. I mean, it's an informal club meeting, but it is a club meeting.
Would we eat in a car or what?
I don't know. I want to, I tell you what, but I'm not seeing it personally.
Well, you could always do a Sam and a George and sit in the parking lot on Simplex and talk on the radio back and forth.
They won't even let us.
Good idea, Randy.
Yeah, you use the radio. Well, I'll tell you what, we can all order our own breakfast burritos or make our own and still have breakfast together, I suppose. Virtually, we can have the virtual breakfast. You want to do that? That would be cool. I when it came up the other day, I almost cried. I was like, oh man, I really want to go to breakfast. Anyway, it's not the only thing I miss, but it's one of those things. Well, we are going to go ahead and have a break, I guess, at this point.
I got a question.
So everybody can go use their, go refill their chalice.
The beverage of choice.
They can, do whatever, I don't know.
I just want to take account.
Oh yeah,
I just want to take account to see how many people have something to share.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's do that first. Before we take a break, let's see hands. I've got it in cluster view here, except for Ed. Ed, we can't see, so I guess he couldn't share anything if we wanted to. How about if we have hands? Who has stuff to share? Raise your hand. I'm not going. Well, you know what? I will.
Okay.
I'll come. Okay, cool.
Okay, I got 3.
You got 3. That's better than nothing. And did you get anything in the emails?
Yeah, I got
you got
2.
A couple links. Okay, cool. All right. So we're gonna have a break, and I'm gonna let you guys talk. So don't say anything nasty while I'm away. I'm gonna run out real quick and come back. But let's see. We got about 10 minutes until 8 o'clock. So let's come back at 8 o'clock. Does that sound good? You guys can still hang out, talk to each other. If you're muted, if somebody can't hear you, you got to click the mute button. I'll try to unmute everybody. I don't know. People probably muted because they didn't want to be heard. So I shouldn't. If you know how to unmute and mute yourselves. I'll just
Well,
go.
if you're muted, if you got a computer, use the space bar.
Does that work? No. That was a good try. There's a mute button on the left side. Alt A, it looks like.
Well, it's way down in the left-hand
If you
corner.
use the Alt button and the A button.
Put the mouse down the way in the left-hand corner. You can see the mute mic.
Hold down the Alt button and push A, and it mutes your mic or unmutes. There you go. There's a hotkey for that. All right. Now I want to put something else on my screen, but I don't know what I would put on my screen. Okay. Turn the radio up. Is it still on? Yeah, it's still on. You guys can talk on the radio. That'd be entertaining. I hear myself 8 times. Be right back. I'm going to mute my mic.
Hey, Larry.
Yes.
This Flip. I think that's a great idea with the restaurant. I think it shows a lot of participation and it helps the restaurant. And there's no reason why, if we wore masks and sat 6 feet apart with maybe 10 in a round table, it could work. There's people doing it now in private communities and homeowners and everything else that sit out on the front lawn, and they sit in a circle of 6, 8, 10 people. They have a little party, if you will, 6 feet apart. And you know what? It's very good for the community, and it would also be damn good for the restaurant.
It would be. We could all bring our chairs and just set them up out there in the foyer, out there outside.
Exactly.
The weather's going to be nice, so that would be a great idea. Hopefully Dave will pick up on it, and I'd like to see it supported. The guy's really been a good help here at the plantations, and there's been a lot of people supporting him here. And I'd certainly like to see him supported. I just don't want him to go out of business.
Yeah, and I think he'd also probably be willing to make custom burritos for us, okay?
Oh, he would be able to do anything for you. He'd even give you the usual breakfast.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
a
that's
really
a
good
good
guy
idea.
too, by the
It's an
way.
excellent idea.
Hey, we could take fishing poles and try to catch some of the toys or the ducks in the little tiny fountain he's got.
Yeah, I'll stock you with some carp over there for you.
Leave it to Steve, yeah. I think it's a good
That's
idea.
a good idea. Let's hope Dave picks up on that. We could do it here in the second week of May on the second Saturday. I think that would be good.
Yep, I agree.
You're not talking to me, are you?
In fact, maybe I'll send out an email to Jeff and he can forward it to the club about something like that with, Jeff's approval, of course.
Oh, sure, that's fine. Yeah.
It's nothing more than a tailgate party in a circle. It could work very nicely.
We have those with everybody in our big parking lot. We've had 10 people in their golf carts spread out.
Yeah.
Maybe ladies chewing the fat.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Hopefully we can put it together. Thanks, Flip.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm looking forward to it because I'm going to do it.
Would we be allowed to take our masks off to eat?
No, you'll have to do it. We'll have
Kind
a
of hole in
blender
the
with a
middle of
blender
it,
and we
Sam.
put a straw.
That's right. Sam,
hole in the middle.
Sam, there's only one requirement. Whatever you order has to be liquid.
I had a guy I used to work with. He played soccer and he got his jaw busted and he had to have it all wired shut. He'd go in and order a burrito to put it in the blender and he'd sit there and drink it out of the cup. Oh, it was terrible.
I know. Ruin your whole Saturday.
Yeah.
But I don't know how a lot of these restaurants are going to survive without that kind of support because I don't know. I'm not going to go off the deep end here on my feelings about this whole COVID-19.
Well, we could all go off that.
Yeah, we could all go off that end. But I think it's only fair that we support the restaurants and do whatever's good to help them stay in business. I'm a strong advocate.
Right. Can you imagine that waitress? What's her name? That's been there 18 years and she
Yeah.
hasn't been working unless she's got one of those loans to pay her.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
Well, I see that Patsy's is order only takeout.
pardon?
God, it's warm in here.
Patsy's over here.
Yeah.
Takeout only.
Yeah, well, it'd be takeout only. I mean,
I've used the Chinese place here in Sun Lakes over by Albertsons, and I'll tell you what. Put a mask on, you walk in, they're there to serve you. You select anything you want, they bag it for you, and you leave. And I'll tell you what, it's a great way to support them.
yeah, I've done Farmer Boys several times for breakfast and so forth. Well, the drive-through because they always
Yeah.
have good fresh food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Farmers is good. Farmer Boys.
Large portions.
Well, that's why I'm large.
Farmer Boys.
We won't go down that avenue, Larry.
Okay.
2 or 3 times a week, my wife and I will go out to a fast food restaurant for lunch, and we go through the drive-through and eat just like having a picnic right there in the parking lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I did that last week. I went to Morongo because the gas is almost like $2 a gallon down there at that Morongo station.
I know, it's great.
Then I drove through the Chinese Panda over there, and we ordered to go, sat in the car, and had lunch.
Yeah,
I was wondering about Morongo, how expensive the gas was there. $2
I
a
paid
gallon.
$2.39 there a week ago.
I guess they don't have to pay the California tax.
No,
that's 80 cents.
They're subject to all the taxes, and they were down to $2.19 a couple of weeks ago. They're back up again.
Well, I saw
It's
somebody
worth
said
the 20-mile drive to go there.
I saw where somebody said they were traveling across the country and they saw it for $1.25.
Oh my God. Jeez.
Probably $1.50 or 60 in Arizona.
Yeah, exactly right.
When I lived down there, it was always $1 cheaper when I lived in Arizona.
Yep, it's right there now. It's $1 cheaper as we speak.
It's 2:30. It's 2:33 in Spokane.
Oh.
And the Arco in Banning, I believe, on 22nd. The last time I went by, I think it was 2:19.
You hear that, Dinner?
219, jeez.
Well, that's because
that's
Spokane's another
I got a
socialist
car
state.
full of gas. and nowhere to drive.
Washington is trying to become California.
I got a car full of $4 gas.
Today.
Can I turn
And
it in?
terrible roads.
Okay. Let's see. Well, we're almost there.
Go ahead and pick it up, Dave. I think everybody's ready.
Start now? Okay. I go back to my Word program. All right, so I guess we're going to go to DJ. Oh, wait, first. Okay, so we had 3 people put up their hands, right? I'll go first, I guess. It's going to be a simple one, okay? Because it was kind of an accidental purchase. I'm going to show you my microphone. I was using the stock mic on this radio, and Flip told me I sounded like crap. He says, you sound like it's just really bassy, didn't have a lot of high end. And so I stuck this one on, and Flip was like, wow, that mic sounds great. So I want to show you what clunky microphone looks like. It's big enough that even my giant hand, it's not too small.
What's the origin of it? Where'd it come from?
It's actually made in the U.S. It's an ecstatic.
Oh, a static?
Static, yeah.
Wow.
Rock Island, Illinois. So I bought this by accident, and I got a good deal on it. It was like $30. I have to say, it's got great sound, right, Flip? You like?
Yeah,
the sound?
it's fantastic.
It's got
Sounds
this
really
little,
good.
Breath break, this little rubber thing on it. You know, the idea is you talk into it this way, and it blocks your breath from hitting the mesh. And
All
so
right.
you have less distortion. It's got a nice solid clicker, very strong spring. Anyway, so my favorite microphone that I just kind of accidentally stumbled onto, I don't remember where. I think it was either eBay or Amazon. I'm not sure. But I think it was brand new. Anyway, that's my show and tell.
Let me, if I may, Dave, let me expand on that just a little bit.
Sure.
If you take a microphone from the old days and a dynamic mic and whatever it is, and it looks nice, it works great, and you try to plug it into something like an Icom 7300 or any of the new Yaesu or Kenwood rigs, they're electret microphones, which means they use a small voltage to drive what the inner element of the microphone. So if you try to take a dynamic mic and plug it into a machine that has to have electret, it ain't going to work. However, if you put a capacitor, a small 0.1 or whatever the heck it is, to block that DC, all of a sudden your dynamic mic works as an input to an electret type of machine. And then you just play with the microphone gain and all that stuff. So it's a good way to use some of the old microphones that are dynamic into these new modern machines that are
I do know they make adapters for that, and I think it's Icom that for forever they've supplied voltage on their microphone plug.
Yeah.
But there are other ones that are doing it now for other reasons.
So my only point is, don't throw your old microphone away.
No.
You might be able to use it.
That's true, and it's funny because sometimes the old ones don't sound good. Sometimes they sound great. I don't know what it is about those lollipop mics, the D104.
Yeah.
They have a great sound. They're very popular. They're hard to find.
Crystal mics, yeah.
Yeah, they've got amazing sound. Anyway, microphones matter. Who wants to go next?
Randy, you want to go next?
Randy.
Sure, why not?
There he is. I'm going to make you spotlight.
Okay.
There we go.
Here's my little 2 cents worth of something. I've been raving about this, and it's the Jabra headset.
Jabra.
Yeah.
Right here.
Okay.
You can see here's the head unit. Either way, it has the mute and volume button up here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it right on top. There's a little button.
Oh, this is Bluetooth?
No, it's radio. It's
radio.
Not Bluetooth. Okay, it has about a 300 to 350 foot range.
Wow.
I have the base unit. Right, hang on. A base unit that is also the charger. It sits into charge like this. Here's your battery power.
Right.
And when you take it off, you can see it blink. It blinked on one. So as you're losing power, it'll let you know that you need to plug it back in. You have all your settings. I don't have a good way to show that. Well, there, that's a little better. That little screen here, you can play with the settings for it. Okay, now this is designed really for a telephone.
Yeah.
A fellow up north, name of Eric Schreiber, who's a communications guy. That's what he does.
Yeah.
He refurbishes these, and he will make you up a cable.
Interface.
An interface cable here.
Cool.
That comes from to plug in to say your phone jack
rig that might have a
it's
kind of a plug.
It's wired in for your mic, and he can build one of these for any radio you have.
That's nice.
Oh, very good.
Very neat.
Okay, and as long as your radio has box, it works. I originally got it when I had my old Kenwood TS130, and I have a cable made for it.
So you use the Vox function to transmit?
Exactly.
Yeah. So you don't need a push to talk button. It doesn't have one?
It has to have one.
It does have one.
It's going to work. And the name of the unit here is, I'm not kidding, it is a Jabra.
Jabra, yeah.
Okay, now
I used to have a Jabra headset for my phone.
Okay, and now what's amazing with this one is the base unit here sits in here on my shack, and it's all the way into the front of the house. I can be in the garden in the backyard, and it just works fine.
Wow.
I can sit on the back patio. In the mornings when we do our rag chew, generally, it's too cold out here in the garage. I'll put this on and go sit on the recliner.
Wow.
And chat away.
It's like a remote base.
Basically. And the amazing little thing about it, it actually has 2 antennas in the base unit, one vertical and one horizontal.
Okay.
And so it'll pick up whichever one gets its best signal from. And when you go down to the fringes of its range, you can hear it going click, click, because it's jumping back between antennas trying to get a better signal. But anyhow, that is, it plugs into with a wall wart and it keeps the battery charged. And
Nice.
like I said, it's a fantastic little thing. And I'm spoiled to death with it. Anyhow,
How long have you had that?
I've had it for, a little over a year or so.
Wow. Okay.
And
So
now,
that-
like I said, I bought it off of Eric.
Right.
And he refurbished it and got it all set up with a new battery and whatnot and made the cable for me. Now you can buy new ones. They're around $350, something like that. He's selling them for around $100.
They're just
The
refurbished.
cable is about, he charges about $45 for it.
He just puts
Wow.
new batteries in them or whatever.
And
It's all it probably needs for refurbishment.
yeah, it cleans them up, you know.
Yeah, it cleans them up. That's neat.
So anyhow, and like I said, if you have different radios, you can make a cable for each radio.
Maybe we ought to send Jeff the info.
I will do it, yeah, because
Just
you
in
can
case
look.
somebody is interested, we'll give the guy some business.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd be very interested.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it's in fact, Ken N6HR is the one who told me about it,
Okay.
and so then I contacted Eric. You can get him on his QRZ page.
Okay,
There's
well, just
a
send us a
call
link to so we can
Question.
access them somewhere.
Can I ask a question for Randy? Will
Sure.
that work on 12 volt in a vehicle? Could I use that in the car and set it up through my 12 volt?
That's a good
You know, I don't know what the power runs off of. I think it's hold on.
Usually it's marked on the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna
or
look
some
here.
on the wall wart. They're probably six. It's either going to
probably-
be 12 volts or less. Probably.
Yeah, Right, I realize
Nine, maybe
that.
9. And you
It-
can always buy an adapter or make an adapter.
And
with
I
a
have some
voltage
extra
regulator.
batteries I could carry. That'd be great. So I don't have to pull the bike off the dash all the time if I wanted to when I'm in the car. That'd
It
be
sounds
great.
like a pretty
Yeah.
good idea. I agree.
Have Jeff send that out. That would be great.
Yeah, I will. I don't know if it'll run 12 volts or not. You could probably get an adapter for 12
Yeah,
volts.
I think you can probably make an adapter if nothing else.
Yeah.
Well, I'd figure out something.
Okay.
But anyhow, as long as you got box, it works like a champ.
Excellent. Okay.
And
great.
that's my 2 cents. So now you can
Yeah,
move
thanks,
on.
Randy. That was pretty good.
Randy, is that the thing that made you sound like a DJ when you're doing the nets?
Well, no, it's
He uses a regular microphone.
this is what
Oh, Pro 7.
makes me sound like a DJ when I'm doing the net.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
Looks like a real piece
But
of
I
audio.
used to do the nets on this one all the time. But anyhow, and my dramatic voice that helped.
It does.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So who else had their hand up?
I think it was Therese.
Therese. Hold on, Therese. We're going to give you a spotlight. There you go. Whoop. It didn't work. There we go. There she is.
I've got no audio.
Therese, are you quiet? Hold on.
Yeah.
You're awful
She's
quiet.
smiling anyway.
She's smiling, but she may have to speak up.
Okay, can you hear me?
There we go.
Yeah, here we go.
So I have a gadget, and this is a project unfulfilled. It is an SDR dongle.
Oh, yeah. I know what those are.
I don't know if anybody's got.
I played with those before.
So I got this as a fun project, and
Oh, yeah.
right.
That's really neat because you can hear
That's good stuff.
airplanes and
Yes.
all kinds
Well,
of cool stuff. Yeah.
The hook for me was meteor scatter.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is now a project unfulfilled, and I'll have to come back at a future point and let you know.
Yeah. Typically, those things they have a range that starts somewhere around low VHF, like 60, 70 megahertz, and then moves all the way up to about 2 gigahertz. Depends on the model, and sometimes a little higher. And so you've got a long range, and every mode can be decoded, and they even have digital decoding with various programs. They have a thing you can actually set up yourself where you have an antenna on your roof, and when an airplane comes over, it receives the airplane using the avoidance systems that they have, and it maps where the airplane is, And if you have that, you can actually get paid by the people that make the mapping system, because you're now tracking airplanes for them, and they use those devices to do that. So
is it basically a wideband receiver?
it's a very wideband receiver. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it could be used to receive complex digital, where they switch frequencies. You have the right software for it.
Yeah.
You better hope you don't hear any
trunking. I think something like that.
Therese, is that a USB connector on the end?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It plugs into the computer.
I actually did a demonstration on that for one of the club meetings back in like 2014 or something.
Is there a software that goes with that? So that
there's all kinds of software.
Yeah.
And it's free. There's a ton of free
everything's
software.
free. Yeah. It's a cool thing. I mean, you don't have to have the most powerful computer in the world, but the better the computer is, the better it works.
Yeah.
Especially, what you'll find is the slower computers, they have less bandwidth you can see on the screen. In other words, when you do the band display, it does a sweep basically. And if your computer's faster, you can sweep larger bandwidth. You can sweep more frequencies. So.
What does that run, Therese, price wise?
Oh, this is $20. That was the big
really
deal.
cheap.
Wow.
Yeah, they actually can get them cheaper if you run around, because basically what it is a European television receiver. Now this one is made for what she's using it for, but there are versions you can buy that all they are is a European television receiver, and if you had a computer in Europe, you could plug this thing in and you could watch TV. Because it decodes those frequencies where they have TV. But all their TV is UHF UHF and higher, so that's why it works. It doesn't work in the U.S., but you can still buy them, and you can buy the right software in it. It's a wideband receiver, and it's pretty neat. It's an SDR.
Well, I know for
an SDR receiver, a real honest to God SDR receiver.
I know for the SDR receivers now, a lot of guys are using them as basically a parallel receiver to drive a sweep display to show where all the stuff is going on within the band.
I think Jeff experimented with that.
Yeah, and they're dirt cheap, and they show a nice big bandwidth of what's happening in the band just by having that little SDR receiver.
Yeah, I think what's the name of that place with the cheap hand gear?
MFJ?
MFJ has a product where it's an antenna splitter essentially.
Yes.
And it has a second output you can hook the second receiver to, and that way you can use it for your band scanner, your band.
Yeah, what they do now, and I'm seriously thinking of getting one, is MFJ makes that. If you have a single antenna input to your transceiver, you plug it into this box, and this box basically becomes the switch that says when you're in the receive mode, it redirects the incoming signal over through one of these little SDRs, which drives a display to show your bandwidth and everything else. The minute you transmit on the transceiver, it automatically shuts that input so you don't mess up the little receiver, and it works quite well, as I understand.
It does work well. Jeff had that set up for a while. Good. Okay. Thanks, Therese.
All right, guys. I know where to go with questions. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, Chris.
We're always here.
FM radio and all right.
That's great.
Dave, I got a question. This is Larry.
Yeah, Larry.
That receives HF, 20 meters, 40 meters, and so forth, but I need a wire antenna, correct?
It doesn't do HF. It starts in the megahertz range, like 60 megahertz, something like that. There is a version you can buy that has the ability to, it has a down converter basically built in, and you can use it to receive HF.
Well, there's some
I actually
right now.
have one of those laying around here somewhere.
There's some of those on the market now, Dave, for HF for 24.
Exactly. It has a down converter. Basically, it turns it into an HF radio.
Right.
And it does receive pretty well, but you get a lot of noise from the computer. There's a lot of error drawbacks.
I did that on UHF.
You have a good antenna.
I have one of those. I was wondering if it would do the other.
It works okay.
The HF so forth, but good answer for me. Thank you.
No, it works. It's just not. It doesn't work as good as a real radio, but it works.
Well, of course not.
Yeah, no, of course not. But it's kind of neat because you can tune all the bands. Everything pretty much. It's
Yeah.
neat. Anyway, okay. So where were we? Who's next?
I'm going to put Ed's picture up, and then
Yeah.
Ed can talk about what it is.
EJM. Do you have? Are you next, Ed? Whoops. Yeah. Oh, there's. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I just
that looks like a
DJ's
mesh.
help there. We got a mesh node going at my house.
Cool.
So I'm just kind of learning it right now. Went from a complete newbie to a pretty much still newbie. Haven't really had time to dig into it, but
I like your antenna is a lot better than mine. Do you have
Is that pointed
are
at
you
Snow
line of
Peak?
sight? You line of sight, Ed? From up there?
it's pointed at
unobstructed?
Snow Peak.
Is it unobstructed as far as you can tell to the mountain?
Yeah, I get about neg 77 on it. I wish
Okay. Oh, I see. That's
get it around 72, hopefully. But so I got some pointing to do. But
gotcha.
But you said that was at Snow Peak, or where was it at?
yeah, Snow Peak is where it's pointed at.
What?
I could actually.
It's like 9 miles, I think, from my house.
Oh, okay.
I might
And
have
that's on 2.4 or the other?
That's the 5 gig.
5 gig.
The 5 gig?
You pretty much have to have 5 gig now, right, DJ?
Oh, okay. I tried it
Maybe
before
going
over to Redlands, but I could never get it to work because something was in the way. But I'll have to maybe try Snow Peak.
Now, Snow Peak, for you, that might be pretty difficult.
A little iffy.
Yeah, because it's east. It's east of us.
Right. Oh,
So,
okay. That's right.
A little bit, and I'm not sure there'd be obstructions from your area. It's hard to say though. Maybe.
I think there would be.
DJ, what do you think?
It might be hard.
Do you know where Larry lives?
Well, he has an idea at the plantations.
Yeah.
I tried to get it off of Keith's tower over there in Redlands when I first tried that. And I had a big tree. I felt like in the middle of the night going out and chopping down my neighbor's tree, but I don't think that'll like that.
Right. This is the one you want because I bought a different Ubiquity 5 gig device, and it's not as directional, so you don't get the same amount of gain. And I actually do make contact, and it works to some degree, but it's not the greatest connection. So I have the same experience Ed did. I kind of learned it just, started reading and sending out emails asking for, whatever I needed.
Yeah, I imagine
exactly what was involved.
DJ is probably sick of me asking questions.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Every day or two, I'll say, hey, what about this? And how do I do this? And I'm going to order an IP phone for it. So,
yeah. That's what
some of you guys have them already. So,
I've got one.
So,
I harassed DJ.
That's my newest project.
Yeah, good. So DJ, how does that work as far as registering your phone? Because I don't think mine ever got registered.
I probably have to go back through Keith. Keith has a PBX, and he runs the PBX, and it's in Redlands. Right. And right now it's going a long path. Remember, their link from Snow Peak down to Redlands is down.
Right.
So now it's going all the way through Merino Valley.
Wow.
In that way. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to reroute. So the network is doing what it's supposed to do. But I think this weekend he'll probably get up there. He couldn't get up there earlier this week because of the snow. And now that it's hot, he'll probably get up there to reset it.
Right. Good. Sure hope so.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I think Steve's next.
So what you got for Steve?
Steve has some...
yeah. Okay. So Steve basically made instructions, right? So in case he isn't around...
Yeah, I'm here.
In case you're not around, somebody could figure out how to use your radio. Is that what it is, Steve?
That is the intent.
Yeah.
And I've done this before, basically for the same little handheld. It's just a single band. Yaesu has good audio, and I have an inventory here that's included in the bag, and among them is a high gain antenna, a speaker mic. There are antenna adapters and extra AA cells and extra AA battery packs. And of course, a cigarette plug power cord and programming instructions. Now, I figure that if my wife, for instance, were here and the power's out, we've had an earthquake or something of this sort has gone down, or we've had a pandemic, and I just told her, this is a simple way to get her on the air. Not legally, but who cares?
Yeah, it's an emergency.
It's an emergency. Yeah, she knows what XYL means.
She's almost a ham then.
Yeah, well, her ex was a ham, and her uncle down in Loma Linda was a ham too. So
I don't know what's wrong.
Her grandfather was a ham.
Okay.
So she's not new to the world of ham radio. Okay. Anyway, I'm just focusing on the use of the repeater, not simplex, because for the handheld, simplex is yeah. You're fine if you're up on a hill someplace and you got line of sight to everybody, but
so is this
we've got
like
a lot of
your 2 meter go bag kind of.
It's not. It's not.
Okay.
It's not my 2 meter go bag.
Okay.
I have that's other. That's separate.
It's separate. So
that's a separate unit.
You have together with this radio.
That's correct. Just for this radio. This was my second HT. My first HT was a Kenwood brick that had all of 2 watts power, and it had the banding repeater in it, and that's it. It had nothing else. It had just the it's an FT.
Model, huh?
It's an older model. It's about 20 years old.
Wow.
But it's quite robust.
That's actually pretty amazing, because I had a Kenwood when I first started back in the 90s. My first radio was a Kenwood with HT with 2 meters, and it's still here. I mean, I still own it, but it doesn't. The buttons stopped working some time ago. So I would say it really did not last as long as this Yaesu you're talking about.
Well, I've had other. I had another one, and the keypad went bad on it, and I was not able to revive it. Trying to use copper paint and so on. That sort of, it's just their capacitance units. And,
they just go bad.
They go bad.
The older ones, especially.
Anyway, I want to. The next thing is to just a simple guide on using the mobile rigs. Each of our vehicles has a 50-watt rig in it. My car has a tri-band Kenwood.
You got that 731.
Yeah, it's a 731 or 741. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather have a 742. I think yours is nicer.
Yeah, and broken right now.
Yeah, and then Janet's car, the Toyota Mattress or Matrix, whatever you want to call it, it has a Yaesu 7800 or 7900, I forget.
Those are nice radios.
Dual band. It's a decent rig. It's small. It has a detachable display, the same as does the Kenwood 731, and I have it mounted so that it's not going to go anywhere, but it's not the greatest place to have it, but it does work. The power and or the radio proper is in the center console, and there is a cigarette plug in there. So, hey, all's good. And then as far as the stuff in the house, if we have power, we're probably not having an emergency. But again, it's simple enough. I have them when I leave the house or when I turn them off, I put one of them on simplex, and that's the 220-144 machine. It goes on the simplex frequency, and the other one goes on the repeater, and that's the 2 meter 440. So, and then of course the HF rig. So, I'm just making up very simple instructions so that if if it's a guest who's here, perhaps doesn't know diddly about it, can figure it out. And I would really like to, and I just really suggest that each of us does the same thing. Put it in our own language. It doesn't have to be anything out of the manual, which usually are written in Japlish. So anyway,
better in English, which is the Chinese equivalent.
Sometimes the translations are a little bit off.
It's always a little bit off.
Yeah, I know. When I was in Japan one time, a guy at the paper museum found out I was there. Westerners don't usually show up at this thing, and he found out there was an Amerikansky downstairs. He said, "Get him up here." All right, so I went up there, and he needed help translating some English into English for a presentation that he was going to be making at a paper conference, I think here in the States.
He wanted somebody to help him have it make sense.
Have it make sense, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
So, which I did. You know,
That's
it was.
nice.
I had a good
Nice of
time
you.
with it. And,
Nice.
and by the way, if you ever get to Tokyo, go to the paper museum. It is really worth the visit. It's you get on the train. There's no English on the sign, so you have to memorize the characters or the kanji and the name, because once you get out of the downtown Tokyo area, Japanese is Japanese. It's not English. So anyway, enough out of me. Thank you, Dave.
No problem. Okay, DJ.
Dave, are you controlling that? There we go.
DJ
Thank
actually
you.
was.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Whenever somebody shares their screen,
yeah,
and Zoom, it automatically flips to them.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't have to do a thing.
Okay.
DJ just has to share his
I
screen.
got a question for Flip.
Go
Yeah, shoot.
Do you have your antenna still right there handy?
The one I made?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got to get the camera to show what it is.
You want to show it or no?
You don't want to show it? Maybe next time. Maybe I'll
Okay.
show it next time. You'll do that.
Okay. Is that a DJ, or you have anything else?
Yeah. Well, I'm next.
Oh, you're next. Cool. Okay.
I gotta flip the camera.
Do you want me to go ahead and make you large? Hold on. Spotlight. There we are.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's coming up.
Hmm.
So about 2 years ago, I purchased this MFJ tuner. It's a legal limit
Nice.
tuner.
Wow.
It was on Craigslist.
Yeah.
I got it for $130.
Wow.
And
Deal.
let's see. And
Can't see the
yeah, it was a deal, and it was down in LA, and it wasn't used. It was at an R&D development company, and what they bought it for, they bought it so they can reverse engineer it and build their own. But they never did. I don't think they could have done it, but I think MFJ sells these for about $400, and I paid $130, and it wasn't used.
Unused.
Yeah, so
and you could probably get MFJ to fix it.
Yeah.
It's broken too. They're awful good about that kind of thing.
The reason why I'm showing this is it has a 9-volt battery in it,
Okay.
and because I had to open it, so I wanted to show the inside.
Nice.
And it has a I'll start pointing. This
Yeah.
right here, this
Have
toroid
tubes?
right here is a
Oh, yeah.
1-to-1 balun.
Okay.
Yep.
And on the back, I have two coax antennas coming in from the transceiver, and then this right here I could run a 1-wire antenna, but if I bridge this, I could run this side. This side is bounce line.
Okay.
So, and on the inside it has let's see, back here in the back down there, that black bar, that's a dummy load. It will handle 300 watts at 3 minutes.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I just wanted to show this off since it was open.
Nice.
So I am running a dollar store
It did
9
come with
volt.
a cover though, right?
Yeah, I have to put the cover back on. It's only 12 screws, but that 9-volt lasted. I put a dollar store battery in it before, and it lasted about 2 years.
Wow.
So I just changed the battery, so it should be good for another 2 years.
Well, that's cool.
I wonder what they use that for.
I think they were trying to.
There's a lot of old test gear. I mean, really old. Where
You know,
they
the
use
capacity-
a battery for plate voltage on a tube, which literally draws no current. And if you have that battery supplying the plate voltage in like a DVM, I think typically they do that. They have batteries in there are other devices as well, where they have it, and the battery will last for a long time because it doesn't have any current. It's just
Now the battery is for running the front meter here.
Right.
This meter will do it does the reflected power and there it is.
Right.
But It does
Does it have a light?
PPE, and it does the average and regular SWR, and that's why it needs a battery, because
Okay.
it does the average.
The average, I see.
That's pretty key when you run the amp. You can see
Interesting. I wonder
what your
it
average
has.
power is.
Some kind of a, probably some kind of a balanced op amp.
The capacitors themselves are worth 60, 80 bucks a piece. So if you're going to go high power, I have the 989C in the garage on the shelf, and I don't use it. But yeah, the components in there are meant to handle very high power, considerably speaking.
Legal limit's what, 1,500 watts?
Yeah, right. But still, it takes big components. Otherwise, those capacitors will arc like crazy. So
yeah,
that's a nice unit. It's a super unit.
Yep.
That's very cool.
So that's what I wanted to show. Let me flip my screen back.
You got a good deal, DJ.
Yeah. Well, Cameron was with me. I seen the thing about 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was able to get out there in 10. And he rode with me in the carpool lane. I was back and using it probably by noon.
Gotcha.
Back from LA, so it worked out really nice.
Nice big coils in there, and then the selectors are probably what, capacitors that make the tune circuit, so it'll tune up.
Now, hey DJ,
your antenna.
DJ,
go ahead.
Yes.
If you really want to make it work, mount it at the base of the antenna and motor drive the two controls.
Waterproof it and put it outside. No,
put it outside.
Put it up on the tower.
Yeah, exactly.
The closer to the antenna, the better. That's always
absolutely
true. Always true. Sometimes you can't get exactly what you want.
To get it going.
What? I'm sorry. Say again, Randy.
Oh, I said, yeah, just spend about $2,000 worth of little controls and that to get her going.
There you
go. Right, exactly. Not cheap. I didn't say it was cheap.
Expensive game. Okay, let's see. I'm going to find there he is. No longer spotlight. Okay, DJ.
Thank you, guys.
I think, are we done? Okay. So, do we have anybody else that has something they want to show off?
How do I get Dave off the center of my screen?
Go back to gallery mode.
How do you do that? Where's the
Up
gallery?
on the top, on the right.
Okay, I don't have it there.
You should say speaker view or gallery mode next to exit full screen. If you mouse over the right side and the top. At least that's what mine does. I don't know. Are you using the Zoom software?
Yeah.
Oh, should be there.
I'll be darned. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, but now it's blocked off into groups of 6, and you're on the main picture, and I don't know how to get rid of you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go back up over, move that little group of 6 out of the way, and
take How about that? Now I'm gone.
Come back up there.
I took myself out.
Okay. I don't see anything to put it back. I've got the group of 6, and I can scroll through the 6, but I can't put the 6 back in big screen mode. How the heck do you do that?
Huh.
Nothing there. Somebody's got to release your picture, Dave. You're in the middle of the whole thing.
Still, huh?
Looking good here.
I don't know what, something with your side there.
Yes, something there.
Something there. Okay. So we don't have anybody else wants to share while we're here? No other sharing? Okay. Well, we still have time to go, so what are we going to talk about? Does anybody have, I don't know. I don't want to get into worms.
Dave,
I had an announcement.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Ed.
I don't know, can you put that up, DJ, or?
DJ. Oh, you're talking about your...
That email, can you put that up, or?
The email?
That email I sent about the Fusion.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Let me go to my email.
Basically, what's going on is this Saturday, Yaesu is kind of sponsoring an event where it's a simplex Fusion C4FM, whatever you want to call it, and they're trying to promote a frequency for digital use.
Whoops. Okay, there it is.
Yeah. And anyhow, this 145 5625 is what Yaesu is trying to promote. So anybody that wants to do digital simplex will have a channel to go to. A lot of places are doing it on 520, which really messes up the analog people.
145520. Isn't that the national calling frequency?
No, well, that's what some people and some clubs are using that, but
okay.
But digital and analog don't mix
is
very well.
5625.
I think 520 is supposed to be car to car or something, or
5625.
Yeah, they're trying to push this frequency here.
Okay, that's
kind of a
frequency.
standard, kind of like the national calling frequency. For analog is 146.520.
You have to have kind of a fancy radio in order to tune.
You have to have a Yaesu radio.
Yeah, 5625 is an odd frequency.
Yeah, and that's kind of why they picked it, because they looked at band plans across the U.S.
Yeah.
The guy's got a pretty good write-up on it. I forget his name now, John Crook or something. He's sales manager for Yaesu.
They actually do have analog chickens too.
Yeah, he's kind of the guy behind it.
Completely voice FM.
Anyhow, it's this Saturday, so I'm going to at least listen.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll make any contacts or not, but I just kind of want to listen, see where I can hear this, simplex at. How far out?
Not sure if I can get my Chinese radio to tune 145.5625. But
for any of you guys, if you have like a 991 or any of the Yaesu 2-meter 440 equipment,
the new stuff.
And I know Earl does, and he didn't come on tonight, but there's a few of us that have the Yaesu stuff. So
yeah, it's too bad Earl didn't make it. Huh.
Yeah. What time is it?
It's basically all day. They just said Saturday.
Oh.
Maybe you could send that over so Jeff can put it up on an email or something.
I'll forward it to Jeff if you want. I've got it too. Whoops.
Okay. By the way, on Saturday at 9:00 our time, YouTube is running Yellow Submarine. Yeah.
Wow. That's
can't wait.
That is a classic. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one. It
Cliff, is that a shot glass?
Although my favorite is Hard Day's Night.
No,
okay, I gotta sign off. I'm about to lose my battery here.
Oh, okay.
So long.
All right, take care.
Hey, Dave.
I have a question.
I'm turning Ed off of the spotlight here. Okay, go ahead. Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Whoops.
Who had the question?
Who had the question?
Oh, I have a question for Ed. This is Bill.
For Ed? Go ahead.
Yeah, it goes back to your mesh antenna that you were showing, Ed.
Yes.
I wanted to know, what is the procedure to aim that for maximum smoke? Do you have one person on the roof spinning it around and somebody down on the ground with a meter, or how did?
Well, that's kind of how I started, but DJ told me about a feature on it where you can click on a little box that says tone. And as you get closer to optimum, the tone increases in pitch. So it's you start out low, and then as you keep twisting it and turning it and tweaking it,
turn your volume way
gets
up.
higher and higher. The pitch gets higher and higher.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a field strength meter?
Kind of
yeah, something like that. But it's audio field strength meter, so you don't have to look at any kind of screen. So I just took my laptop up on the roof with me and had the tone enabled, and then I could just tweak the antenna around until I got the highest pitch.
In my case, I could actually open the window or open the door, the sliding glass door, and I could hear the tone from outside, just from my speaker on my computer. Yeah.
And then the other question I had is, you have the horizontal component, but do you also have a vertical component that you have to adjust?
Yeah, there's a tilt.
Snow Peak is like way higher than you are.
Right. Yeah, there's a tilt on it. And there's also a little bubble level to make sure it's level, because it's
it helps.
It's not dual polarized, it's only one. So you gotta, have it so there's a little bubble level that you gotta keep level while you're moving it side to side and up and down.
Yep.
It's a lot of, it's kind of tricky. It's got like a ball mount on the back, so you just loosen it up and then you can just rotate it wherever you need to go to get the best signal.
So
Okay, good.
if you don't have a
Question
tall
for
ladder,
Ed, if
you've
I
got to
may.
bring it down, adjust it, put it back up.
Yeah, mine I can
Something like
read
that.
from the roof. So I'm okay.
Oh, that's good.
I have
That's
a
right.
question if you may.
Go ahead, Larry.
Hey, DJ.
Oh,
Hold on.
just one more. I had a question for Ed.
Hold on, Flip.
Shoot.
Do I got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Send Jeff the model number on that and what the approximate cost. I'd be interested to buy that one because that's a lot different than the one I tried about 3 years ago.
What?
And it looks like I might be
DJ?
able to hit the lake over at Redlands with that one that you have, especially with what you've been talking about. I'd sure like to give that a try.
Larry,
Okay, yeah, I can send that. Or
what I would suggest, I have one that I could lend you before you buy one, so you could
Just to make
see if
sure
you
it
can
works,
beat it
yeah.
and get in before you spend any money.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay?
That's
Sounds
called
good. I'll
networking.
get in
I like it.
contact with you. I'll send you an email. We'll get in contact, and that would be good. I tried it about 3 years ago, but it was another dish that Keith gave me or bought for, and it just wouldn't work. It was too small, I think. Didn't have enough adjustment. I just couldn't hit it. Maybe with this one I could.
Yeah, because I don't have line of sight, and my antenna isn't even as good as that one, but it works when I have it pointed the right way, even though there are obstructions. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm closer than I know. I'm a lot closer than you are. So
Well, it doesn't have to be perfect. I can hit Keith's tower over there at Redlands, and he has his best network setup on AI6BX's system.
Yep.
They'll be able to set up.
that's good.
Okay,
You should
thank
try it
you,
out. That's a
gentlemen.
good deal.
It's been
Very
a
touchy.
useful meeting tonight, Dave.
Right.
Very
What'd you say,
touchy
Ed?
on the pointing.
It's
DJ.
very, very touchy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's not as touchy,
Go
but
from
it's
false
also doesn't
signal
have
to
as
low
much gain.
signal real easy.
Yeah.
DJ.
Yes.
I have a quick show and tell here. I'd like to show people.
Okay. Are you gonna? I'm gonna make you spotlight, Flip.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
All right. What if for all you guys that build your own antennas, dipoles, verticals, or whatever, you know at some point on a dipole, you're feeding the dipole with coax, and the dipole is a balanced antenna. So you got a balanced to unbalanced mismatch. Well, the thing you need is what's called a balun. Okay, this is MFJ's a 915, and all it does is inside there's a piece of coax which has toroids around it. It's about this long, and you put this right at the base of the antenna, and it stops the current coming back on the outside of the coax back into the shack, causing craziness and all that stuff, right?
Right.
I got news for you. This is my fourth one that I've had from MFJ, and it breaks down after about 4.5 months of use. They say it goes to 1500 watts PEP and will handle 1000 watts DC or CW. In reality, it chokes. And what happens is the toroids become saturated on the inside. And keep in mind, it's just a piece of coax with bunches of toroids wrapped around it on the
That's all
inside.
it is, huh?
When the toroids get saturated, there goes your SWR, there goes the whole thing, and it doesn't balance anymore, and it's garbage. And this is my fourth one. So I said, you know what? Times are tough, and you know what? MFJ stand behind it, and they said, no problem. We'll send you a new one. It takes about 3 weeks to get a new one, blah, blah, blah. So I said, I'm done with MFJ. I now go with a company out of Texas who basically, I'm trying to do this
That's
right.
a real balun.
That's a real balun, and it uses
Magnetic coupling.
It uses two big round toroids that are very high quality with wire wrapped around them as a real balun. Okay, it's about $66, 5 kW, and the numbers on it are basically it doesn't break down. Guys have had them for years and everything else. So my point is, if you need a balun, a current balun, a 1-to-1 to go at the base of your dipole or your vertical, whatever, don't even bother with the $39 MFJ one. It just doesn't hold up. So
I will push back just a little bit because I've had mine for quite a while, and I'm only running 100 watts.
There's the problem.
And that's the reason. why it's still working fine.
Yes, correct. I run 500 watt CW 600 PEP.
I would say even though it's rated at 1500, maybe we can pretty much agree that the other one you showed was only really good for barefoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a true statement.
This
little puppy doesn't handle decent power at all, whereas
Right.
this puppy is the dump truck of the world. So anyway, for what it's worth, guys.
It looks better.
Yeah,
Okay.
right, exactly.
Okay, cool. All right. So, anybody else? Oh, okay. Well, we're getting closer now. I guess we can. You guys want to stay around and kind of BS for a little while? You can do that. I don't know. We're done with the meeting, I'd say. What do we say, Jeff? Where are we at? Let me look at my.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
Adjournment.
Adjournment. So, let me just see, breakdown, adjournment. Yeah. All right. So, I don't know. We're not too bad off. Last month we went till 8:50. It's 8:47. So.
I think it was very good. It worked out very well.
I think we got.
Good job, Dave.
Yes.
I said good job.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, this is my first meeting, and I really appreciated you guys. So, of course, a lot of it's over my head.
That's okay.
I got news for you. It's over our head too.
Some of it, definitely. We all try. You know, we live and learn. That's the way it works.
And be careful if you're going to go hiking up in the mountains over by where Therese lives. She has a tendency to stalk people up there.
Is that right? Does she have a shotgun? If I lived up there, I'd want to have some kind of gun.
Question for Flip.
Yeah.
Bill, that was just talking on there. He would be a good product for your antenna.
Ah, very good. Bill, are you building it
together?
Okay.
He's located up there in Sundance and doesn't have a lot of height and stuff, and I think that antenna would have worked real good for him.
Okay, very good.
I've already told him about you, but now I'm telling you about him.
Okay, who is it again, Sam?
Are you there, Bill?
Yeah, I'm here. It's KN6FYB.
Oh, okay. FY.
I don't think I
wrote
met
it
Bill
down.
either.
Bill. Okay, got it. Thank you,
Bill,
Sam.
did you join this year?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I went to a meeting about 3 months ago, and then nobody started meeting again. So it's like,
Yeah. Sad. I know.
It's your fault.
Yeah, I know, right?
Did you get your license recently? I guess.
Yeah.
The call sign looks
Yeah, I got
new.
it about 6 months ago.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, Bill, do you have an email address?
Yes, I do. It's KN6FYB
Yeah.
at gmail.com.
Got it. Thank you, Bill.
My pleasure.
Yeah, most people can do that because call signs, unless you're like Flip or something, have a really simple one. Go ahead, Ron. What's up?
See you later. I got to
You're
run.
leaving? Okay. Take
Yeah.
care.
Okay.
Okay. You
Yeah,
guys,
I got to back it out of here too, guys.
Okay.
I appreciate the hospitality, and I'll hope to see you guys soon.
well, it's real fun having you guys.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Sam. Appreciate it.
7-3.
Good job, Dave.
Thanks. I do.
Yeah,
my
good
best
job.
there.
Thanks for running the meeting.
Yeah,
problem.
excellent job, Dave.
Thanks. I appreciate it. We'll have something. We'll have more programs next month. DJ and I will brainstorm and come up with a great theme for next month's meeting.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and quit this thing. I guess I'll go ahead and hang it up. We went to about 18, about the same last time, Jeff.
Yeah.
About 2050.
Yeah, just about.
So.
All righty, guys. I'm going
Right.
to get out of here too. 73.
See you, Randy. See ya.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone. Night.
Take care, Therese. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.
All right,
from the
Davey, I'm out of here.
Bahamas.
Ciao.
Goodbye from the Bahamas. 7-3. Okay, I'm killing the meeting, and I'm going to kill the stream and all this stuff. We're going to close. End meeting for everybody. Goodbye. All right. And back here in the stream. Goodbye.